Hi everyone, this is Jan. Welcome to UA2 Doll's House Christmas edition. Let's make a Bulbasaur human version for Christmas. I might be the only one who makes a tropical themed Pokemon doll for a winter holiday. Yeah, but she's green with a red accent, close enough, right? This is my concept, inspired by Korean handbook. Her main color theme is green and mint with a bit of red accent color on her eye and dress, with some small decoration element inspired by Bulbasaur attack weapon. I use Frankie for the base. Cut out 2 bows on her neck by a sharp knife. Use acetone to clean the factory stitching paint on her body. Then quickly wipe off the acetone and use a high-grit foam nail file to lightly buff her whole body. This will also clean her yellow and dirty body. Hair time. First of all, heat up the vinyl head by a hair dryer for 1 minute until it's soft and carefully pull the head out of the neck. Then cut all the hair really close to the head. This time I upgraded to a hair clipper to cut off all the hair. Don't know why it takes me so long to realize that it will be quicker if I use scissors, easier to trim the hair too. And use a needle nose pliers to scrape the remaining hair inside her head out. I'm gonna use the green / mint yarn for her hair. Since her hair is short, acrylic yarn is easier to style than nylon hair. I cut these 2 ears out of this cat ear hairband, put them on her head and mark it so I won't sew yarn in that place later. I use this hook needle to sew gray yarn on her head like this. Spear the needle through her scalp, then push it through the neck hole. Hook one end of the yarn and pull it halfway through. Then choose a nearby hole to spear through the head again to hook the other end. And pull them together to make 2 even strands of hair. Acrylic yarn is thick, so I only hook half of the holes on her head. The head is gonna rip if I sew yarn strands too close to each other. After finishing sewing the yarn on the head, separate each yarn into 4 individual strands. I use my cat brush to comb her hair. To hide the plastic on her head, flip the hair in her part back and forth like this. Use a flat iron to straighten the hair. And trim her hair with an eyebrow razor. And heat up the stainless steel chopstick to curl her hair a little. And do a little styling and the hair is done. Face up time. I cleaned her face with acetone, but it's left a big pink stain on her mouth. So what's the better way to hide it than to send the lips down? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I want to make this doll manga style, so I sand out her lips to draw on a big smiley mouth later. After sanding with Dremel grit sandpaper, I switched to a higher grit and softer nail foam file to smooth out her face. And clean the face again with acetone. Then spray 2 coats of MSC to prepare for the face up. Sketch on her face with a white pencil, cause it's gonna disappear after I spray on MSC again. And use a technical pen to draw on her face. Then use soft pastel to brush on some shading and highlights. Use white eyeliner to draw her eye whites and two little fangs and teeth. Red watercolor pencil on her eyes and mouth. Next, use black pen again to finally touch up her eyeliner, eyelashes, and mouth. And add these spots of darker green on her cheek and forehead like this. And put nail glue on her eyes and lips to make a shine. Now for the fun parts, the winter element. I stick these tiny snowflakes on her face. As a bonus, they also glow in the dark. And her face is done. Clothing time.
For her long sleeves, pleated threads.
Cut out this pattern. As always, all files are on the link in the description. I spray paint the bottom part of the skirt and arm with red paint. As a bonus, it's gonna stiffen the fabric so I don't have to hem it. To make the pleated skirt, first fold this paper like this to make a mold for fabric. And firmly fold two sheets of paper with the fabric in the middle like this. And iron them all. After everything cools down, we have this beautiful pleated fabric. Sew on color. Sew the arms to the bow ties. And sew two side seams together. Gather the puffs like this. And sew two side seams together. Then sew the bow ties and the skirt together. Lastly, sew the Velcro on and close the back. For her outer, what is this thing called again? Vest? I spray paint this false leather using 2 green to make an ombre effect. Sew two sides together. Then sew on this tiny green ribbon on the rim. And glue the Velcro on the front. And add some snowflakes on her vest. Accessory time. For her shoes, I'm gonna cut and spray paint Gilda Goes That Green. I know what you think. How could I use a rare doll shoes for my custom doll, right? Well, after 3 years supporting all kinds of monster high shoe lots on eBay, I have not one, not two, but 4 gilded shoes. So I just use them up and glue some ribbon on them. And 3 red fake pearl. I made this bow for her hair clip and pin it to her head like a horror movie. Put a bit of green eyeshadow on the UV resin and spread them on the crescent moon shaped paper that I cut out of thick cardstock. By the way, one of her attacks looked like the crescent moon, but it's actually a leaf, right? I only read the manga and watched the anime. I didn't have the gaming equipment to play Pokemon when I was young, so I'm just guessing here. Wrap green ribbon on the shoes and arm and stick the moon on it. To make a tassel, I rub braid 2 strands of yarn to make a tighter string, and add some beads and leaves on it, and it's pretty much done. And that's it. I present to you my Bulbasaur, the Christmas/tropical doll. The first half of my Christmas special, the red doll, will come on Christmas Eve. After years of not drawing manga, anime style, and just came back to it now, I feel like my drawing hasn't improved in 10 years and still looks like an old school manga. I tried to make her look more modern, but apparently I failed. Cannot mimic the style that I haven't practiced in 10 years. But I hope my Bulbasaur at least resembles the real Bulbasaur a little bit. By the way, after finishing her, my friend said that she looks like a watermelon. So let's do some Photoshop magic to change the dress color to silver. How about that? Well, thanks for watching. See you next week. I'm gonna make a Marvel doll because I'm so excited about Spider-Man. Bye!